You got me sitting. Hold on.
Welcome to the Highlight Center, episode 15, another big show. We breaking down all last week playoffs, and we talking about all this upcoming week playoffs. This is our NFL
Hey,
Wild Card episode. This is the Highlight Center, aka TAC Podcast.
Gain on my level, 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 gain on my level.
Welcome to the Highlight Center. I am your host. You can catch me on IG at Terminate Junior, and he is my co-host, Texas Tobe, aka. You can find him on IG at
it's
Tobe Rebel.
temporary. I'll be home soon.
You Texas
I'll be home
Tobe.
soon. That's
You,
temporary. I
you Texas
mean,
Tobe.
2 month Texas. That's cool.
You too. You Texas Toad. You howdy. Howdy, motherfucker. Howdy. What's going on, man?
Salutations. I'm okay.
What's going on, man?
Yes. Hey man, I'm excited that the playoff games was exciting. Only one.
Yeah.
It was only one that let us down, and that was the one we thought we was gonna see greatness, but it just didn't happen for us.
Yeah. And that's what was probably the best thing about this week's playoffs because we expected blowouts, but thinking back, I'm like, wait a minute, this is the playoffs. So
Yeah.
you rarely see you go see some blowouts, but I'm happy every game was, saying competitive. Because even that Seattle, we gonna talk about that one first, but that Seattle San Fran game, it was close. It blew off in the end. Like they got the blowing
Yeah.
away in the end. So
Like I told you, that false start, that one false start after that, that shit went to trigger the shit real fast.
and all them an eligible man downfield.
Yeah. In
It
all the
was
games. I couldn't believe this kept happening. Like you've been a lineman probably since 9th grade. So
probably Little League.
yeah.
But I'm happy that it's playoff time, man. This the best time of football right here because it's every snap matters.
Yeah. It sucks that it's bittersweet because we know it's about to be a long time after the Super Bowl before we, because shit, February happened, and the next thing you know, it's June. And we lose 2 sports in June, even though we don't cover hockey, but we lose hockey and basketball. So from a guy's perspective, we just got the beginning of the baseball season.
Well, for me, I genuinely love sports. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it's the art of competition. I love competition. So I like sports that involve all sports is competitive, but I like gladiator sports.
Yeah,
Like
I get what you're saying.
don't get me wrong. I love golf because like mostly every black person, once Tiger slid into that thing, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch golf now. And it was the same with tennis. I didn't watch tennis till Serena. Then I learned the game, learned the scoring process, and now
Mm-hmm.
I love tennis now. I can
Yeah,
watch any match of tennis now. So for me personally, the fun sports die down, but sports don't die.
yeah. And
So
those sports that you mentioned, before you get into it or learn it a little bit, it looked like it's just some lucky stuff happening. It looks so lucky, but when you learn how the golfers and the tennis players practice the accuracy and where the ball gonna land and how hard to hit it and the arc and all that kind of, it's like they true athletes because it don't be mistake where the ball land. They purposely put it where they want to put it.
I'm gonna tell you something. In the beginning, when I first started watching tennis, and I seen how Serena was dominating,
Mm-hmm.
I thought she could beat men until I got to learning tennis a little bit more. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, it ain't no way. It ain't no way.
Is she a girl hitting it harder as men, but faster and more athletic and has more agility than all her competitors?
Right.
So it's like it's no shot she can't rebound, so
it's coming faster, too fast for women, but it's fast enough for a man to get it though.
yeah.
So she like right in that middle, like 95 mile per hour serve. Because Serena ace your ass the whole. She'll ace you out.
That China with the Intercontinental Championship, like you almost you know.
Yeah, man. But let's talk this first game, man. Let's talk this San Fran versus Seattle. So that was the first game on Saturday. San Fran beat Seattle 41-23 to advance. Sent our boy Gino home. With salute to Gino though, man. Hell of a season. Hell of a season, man. Pro Bowler.
And it was definitely a game until the fourth quarter. Right up in the mix. With the false start, the penalties, and this is the penalties period. And then penalties cause mistakes because now you're trying to make up for them,
And then and eventually that we better than you got the kicking in with San Fran.
Yeah.
And because again, Purdy was 18 for 30, 332 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Those numbers can be really misleading.
Yeah.
Because we watched the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta remember Debo cut up for 75 off of what, like a 8-9 yard slant.
Yeah.
He turned that into a 75-yard TD. And like I remember early in the game, he was like, I haven't seen him
have incompletion.
Have incompletion. And then they show it up. He like, oh, he 11 for 20. Oh, he missing a lot. He missing a lot. And it was just that deep slant route, that deep cross was his bread and butter. He was hitting that all game long.
Yeah, because he got 3 receivers averaging Samuels, I don't even Ayuk. That's how you say his name, and Jennings both.
I forgot how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, and George Kittle, they all had over 18 yards a catch. So, but we all know where those balls was going. It was basically the same play over and over again with just different people.
Yeah. Because I mean, but you can look at it though, like 300 plus yards off 18 completions.
Yeah.
It's a lot of run after catch, a lot of yak on that. It's a lot of yak.
It is.
What? 18 completions probably get you about 220, really? Maybe 220, 230.
7 to 9 yards a catch, yeah.
That's that one Debo hit up. And Gino ain't played bad. 25 for 35. That's 10 incompletions right there. 253, 2 touchdowns in the pick. Yeah, he didn't play too bad. What was I'm trying to Gino QBR was a 65, 66. So
that's not gonna cut it for a win though.
Not in the playoffs.
And then the 49er defense was just acting the fool after the penalties in the fourth quarter. Our defense ranked in the top of the league. We about to show you, But with them being a divisional game like that, though, they all gonna play hard to the end. We in the same bragging rights. Even if you tie up with a team, we win one, you win one. That tiebreaker, that's for the year, until we play again. So, but it'd have been quite the act to follow to see Gino win. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, your building got a fire.
Oh no. It was temporary.
And just to give a recap, Gino went 30 tubs, 11 picks, 4,282 yards, and a 60 QBR, all top 10 stats.
Yeah.
So he
basically was playing for a contract.
Yeah. So my question to you is this: if you Pete, you bringing Gino back?
Well, Pete Carroll is a player's coach. So if I'm Gino, I'm going just with the offensive weapons that they got, I would go back as a quarterback because they don't have one. Because Walker looked great. When he was 15 to 36, 4.2 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. DJ Metcalf went off. Because you remember we was talking about, I was like, it should no way he shouldn't be unstoppable. But then he gave us 10 for 136, 2 touchdowns.
And
it was just right after I had said it.
I was about to say, from that statement on, he just went off.
Mm-hmm. Should they put another tight end? I mean, they get a solid tight end and another receiver. That's an offense.
Cause Lockett over there, he only got about one more season worth of hair left.
Yeah. He was back here though. I was like, dang.
Stress.
It just seemed like
when Legion
don't even
of
seem
Boom,
like he's been in the league that long, but he's been in the league that long.
When Legion of Boom was there, he had a head full of hair.
Since 2015.
When they left, that mug got there going back.
Stressed out. But he used to just always be just the one open. And I actually got it, like you said, we got to give it up to Gino because he was in it all the way into like the 13-minute mark in the third. And then after that little one offsides, the false start, it was just in the fumble, and it was just a snowball effect.
Yeah. Then a little bit later after that, the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Debo cut up. And
then it was basically after that, it was just the Chris McCaffrey show. We just going to keep running the league. We just going to keep running the ball until you stop us. And then what Chris McCaffrey, he had 15 carries for 119, averaging 7.9 yards a carry. He didn't get a touchdown for his rushing, but hey, he did his thing. He got a passing touchdown though.
He kept
receiving touchdown.
He ran the ball good enough to where they had to respect that run enough, and that's what opened up that deep slant every time.
Mm-hmm. Keep the clock and the chains moving and bring that one of them safeties down because McCaffrey was having a day. So, they was sneaking and peeking as far as on the run. And then that's when they get ran right behind. Because with linebackers, your initial read is run. So you taking that double step. So that clear you out. If you got an extra safety in the box doing the same thing, to get behind that is easy.
Because that deep cross route, the pass itself was about 15. Then they got about another 11 after the run.
Yeah, and committed so many people to the run, the safeties got to turn their back to make coverage. To gain over the ground they lost from being so far up. And once you turn your back, you can't see the quarterback, but the receiver can see the quarterback. And all you got to do is just be in the right spot. And that's why he had 4 different receivers in their right spot.
Man, San Fran that's a workload, man. It's no weakness. It's no weakness.
The only weakness is Mr. Irrelevant, but he playing like he relevant.
Right. And again, just because I don't like that that Mr. Irrelevant term, and I get it, last person in the draft, but
yeah,
the objective is to make it there.
Listen, I wouldn't care where I was drafted if I was drafted because I got a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a chance. But he just making the most of his opportunity.
Because
being Mr. Irrelevant, you know he playing for a contract. So
and that's why I'm hoping he don't. But no, I don't. I'm hoping he don't play too good because then I don't mean to bring up the coach, but Jim go get the peeking. We could get one for cheap.
If he can play like he played what we saw and take it to another level, he can only get better. If he good now, him getting better ain't a bad thing.
But understand, right? I just is he that successful anywhere else?
When you got a player's coach, you can be successful. That's the same thing with Gino. Gino was successful nowhere else, but he got a player's coach. I'm gonna perform my offense, call my offense to your strengths. Make it easy for you. Give you that easy check down. You know what I'm saying? So, because it wasn't like he wasn't checking down a couple times too, though. So, because that's how Chris McCaskey, the running backs got their yards from the little check downs.
Right. It's just when you set them in San Fran, man, you can't go wrong, man. You got Chris, Debo, Kittles. Then on the defensive side, the defensive player of the year, Nick Bosa. You got Gibson at safety. Javon over at tackle. It's just he was just put in such a great position that. But
it's
again,
it's hard to fail.
But I'm gonna take back that, because just because you put somebody in a position does not automatically mean success. Because they put Brock Osweiler. No, or was it Mark Sanchez? Who came in right after Peyton? Sanchez or Osweiler?
Brock. Osweiler, 6'7".
Him and Sanchez. They removed Peyton. Here you go. This is a Super Bowl team.
The same team.
They did
all
nothing.
The pieces still there. No results.
No, they did nothing.
But you got to think about it when they had Peyton, that was a different story because Peyton was the offensive coordinator.
Right.
So it's a lot different when the general on the field can change the play instead of it coming from a headset.
All right, well, Seattle up out of there. San Fran moves on. Play Dallas. We're going to talk about that game later on in the show, man. But San Fran move on. This my pick. Well, no, it's
what
not.
Pick?
No, it's not. This my NFC pick.
San Francisco?
Yeah, KC is my pick. I'm picking.
But San Francisco about to be in this great situation as far as trade bait with quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is the right deal. Any of them can go.
And it's like, how do you load that team already loaded?
Yeah,
so
that's why I think it'd be more for the draft. Really, they probably just start collecting picks because they got at least two quarterbacks they can trade.
You think Trey will be ready by the beginning of the next season?
Even if he not, with the system they ran, it looked like it don't matter who the quarterback is right now when you got a Debo and a Christian McCaffrey. So,
because see, now if Trey not ready by the beginning of the season, now you got Jimmy and Prody, they battling out a training camp for a QB1.
That's not a bad problem to have, especially if he go far, because then that means you would have had two quarterbacks took you to an NFC championship on the same team. Like recent NFC championship, not like
recently.
Yeah, recent. But then just like in Denver with Mike Shanahan. Maybe it's just the system. Everybody gonna get 1,000.
Yeah. Cause I say what you want. I always said Brady is the greatest system quarterback.
Yeah, because he took the system he ran and to the Buccaneers. He
Well,
did the same thing.
At that point though, like it's no longer like it's not really a system no more. At that point, when you've been doing it 20 years,
Yeah,
he know it verbatim. So he just came in. Look, this week we'll do this. You see, they said he was crossing out. He was having extra private meetings, crossing out Bruce Arians.
yeah, like we not running that shit. We not running that. You gonna do this on this one? Fuck that. We not doing that.
All right, man. Let's move along to the game that damned me. The game that damned me, man.
4 bets, y'all.
So the game after the San Fran Seattle game was the Chargers versus the Jaguars, and the Jaguars won 31-30 in a crazy comeback. And this was our double up game too, because I lost 2 bets, so I had an opportunity to break even and left out that bitch 0-4. What's that quad? That's quad, ain't it? Yeah, that's quadruple.
Yeah.
Went in 0 double, left out 0 quadruple.
Hey, I just know I'm gonna be looking real good next season for that Raider apparel, you know.
And let me tell you something though, because I'm petty, right? Because I don't want to hear your mouth every time you got something on. I know how to get you.
You bet me?
No.
How?
Add everything up and offer you the cash instead.
Woo. Authentic jerseys is up
that's
there.
That's a lot. And 4 pair of Jordans? That's a lot. If I hit you up like, Ring, go ahead, take this. Go ahead, take this. Whoop, 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 instead. You go do it. Because I know
that
when to
worked
call
for you. It worked for you, so you gonna try to use it on me?
Yeah. Because that way I wouldn't have to hear it no more. I won't have to hear every time you wear a jersey. This the one or you got some shoes on. I wouldn't have to hear it no more. I could just see you.
Because it'll go to something else. So okay.
Right. I can send you the cash. I can send you the cash. You thousands of miles away. I ain't gotta hear that. By the time next season gone, the cash will be gone. I ain't gotta hear it.
Yeah, we mess around to go to a Vegas game or something. And I'm like, this is the jersey you brought me. You see these kicks?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So I'm like, I already know. I can just offer bro cash. The cash value, and be good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Jacksonville beat the Chargers, LA Chargers, 31-30. Nice comeback, man. Conservative.
Yeah. Because the Chargers scored 37 points. No, 27 points in the first 2 quarters. It was 27-7 at the half. And then Jacksonville came and won the third and the fourth quarter, 13-3 in the third and 11-0 in the fourth, and just refused to lose,
I mean, yeah, you can say they refused to lose, but the Chargers helped them too. Because it was just, once they got that big lead, it was run, punt. Run, punt.
Remember what I told you? One thing I can't stand is conservative quarterbacks. When they start playing not to lose, they lost. But as long as they was fucking running their offense, getting their points, they was ahead. It wasn't even a game. They scored 7 points in 2 quarters. But then the Chargers scored 17, then 10 in the first 2 quarters because they was running their offense. They was playing their game. They was playing to win. They come off after halftime. We're not gonna lose this game. Don't make no mistakes. Don't take no risk. And the Jaguars coming to halftime like we ain't got shit to lose. So let's put it all on the table. And that's what happened. That's why we got 13 quarters, 13-3 in the third quarter, and then 11-0 in the fourth. When you know and then you know what players, and you see your coaches fucking it up because the Chargers defensive coordinator got fired.
Right.
That'll get you fired. Literally, like when the game on the line, we gave up what 24 basically unanswered points. When we went in up by 27, by 20, it's unacceptable.
Because I'm trying to remember. At one point, wasn't it 30-7?
Yeah, because
It was
it was.
It was 30-7.
The Chargers came to 24 unanswered.
And then and Justin Herbert 25 for 43, 273 yards and a tub. That ain't enough still. Even though they played well, again, a lot of that's first half stats.
Yeah. Even that's with Trevor Lawrence, the 28 for 47, 288, 4 touchdowns and 4 picks. That was supposed to be a loss. You throw 4 picks in the playoff game, that's supposed to be a loss. More people should have got fired than the freaking defensive coordinator. I'm sorry.
Because he was giving Asante Samuel Jr. Christmas gifts. Here you go.
If this was the regular season, that game would have sent him to the Pro Bowl.
Oprah with the ball. You get a pick. And again, like you say, I say, oh yeah, 3 picks. At that point, 3 picks. Oh yeah, you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Justin Herbert, his QBR was a 46.
That's not gonna cut it in the playoffs.
That's not gonna cut it. But again, I'm sure his QBR took a hit in the second half just because how they adjusted their offense.
Because don't lose, no mistakes, safe, dink and dunk. No.
I'm thinking back because I don't know whether I could consider Tony. I don't know if Tony was conservative or not. Because we go run the score up, but it's different when Peyton, your quarterback, and the offense just flowing right. That ain't running the score up. We offense just flowing.
Yeah, because what?
So I don't think Tony was. I think Tony was more conservative.
He was conservative, but you got to think about how he developed Peyton Manning. That Peyton Manning stuff, kind of like Trevor Lawrence, like I said, earlier in the season about my dog Trevor out here. You know,
now that's your dog. Now that's your dog.
Yeah.
Everybody in my division, your dog.
Because every time they beat you, it's good for me.
Like I give you if you say Derrick Henry, your dog. Like, all right, everybody love Derrick Henry, but you don't like Trevor Lawrence and Davis Mills. You swear by Davis Mills.
I'm trying to tell you next year when they get that right coach together, Davis about to come for y'all. But Trevor letting it be known, don't forget where I was drafted. I told y'all this about week 3. Week 4, you can go back and look at the podcast. It's documented. But hey, October Stradamus, you know, it worked. You there?
Yeah, I'm there. Oh no, I'm there.
But the Jaguars overall just played a solid game. They had what? 1, 2, 3, 4 receivers with a touchdown. 4 different receivers with a touchdown. So spreading the ball out was done the right way. Because at first you can tell they was favoring that white side. That's why Asante Samuel got 3 picks in the first half. So, but when they start spreading it out and not telegraphing who you going to, kind of like what Josh McDaniels did with Derek Carr.
Don't use this as an opportunity.
This used to be my segment slot, so I had to throw it in there.
Don't use this as an opportunity to take shots at Josh McDaniels. Because clearly he ain't fired, so clearly Mark rolling with him.
Mark should have waited a year and got Peyton. Him with Derek Carr would have been something nasty. Oh, that's what the
Sean
coach
Payton
shared together.
Huh?
Yeah.
You talking about Sean Payton? Sean Payton?
Yeah.
You think Sean Payton to go to
Yeah.
Vegas?
Yeah, the coach, Sean Payton.
You think he'd go to Vegas?
No, because we got Josh McDaniels. If we didn't have Josh, he would, because the Davis family willing to throw that cash. But I know somebody else is willing to throw that cash. Jim Irsay.
Now, I'm about
He
to
a
look
head
it
coach.
up.
He just
I'm about to look it up because I remember seeing something that the Saints wanted a first round pick for him. Did
the Buccaneers got a first round pick for the Raiders, we got a first round pick for John Gruden when we traded him to the Bucks.
Yeah. It's
but I'm pretty sure his contract isn't up.
It said Saints seeking at least 2 first round draft picks for Sean Payton.
No, dog ain't worth that.
Now with one bowl.
Not where y'all picking. Listen, not in y'all draft position. If it was a 15th pick or something, I can understand that, but not at number 4.
Oh yeah, no. I said
at number 4, you can. Yeah, number 4, you can get your franchise.
One Super Bowl don't get you that kind of cachet.
Yeah,
no,
and Drew Brees good before he got Sean Payton, so it wasn't like it was just him.
It wasn't like, no, Sean ain't that. One maybe, yeah, I could see one, but Sean ain't that. Sean is not that at all.
Yeah, I'm just glad the Chargers not in the top of the draft. Because they roster is sick already. There's no reason they should have lost with a roster like that.
They got the plan. They got the plan. They got the man. They is on Eckler.
They
King
roster
Allen.
right now look almost better than the LaDainian times. Back in Gates and LaDainian was there.
I'm looking at the defenses right now, because that defense now is sick.
That's what take them over the edge is their defense. You got Mac and Bosa.
Yeah, but lights out them over there.
Well, the Sean Phillips.
Yeah. Yeah, they was lights out them over there was nice too. But yeah, Mac and Bosa.
We have found out the lights out was HGH.
That hurt my heart. Hey. Bro. Hey, when we used to play pickup football, that I did his sack celebration was my sack celebration.
Yeah. Turning on the switch and turning it off.
I love lights out, bro. That hurt my heart when I seen that he was HGH in it.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to root against him until he gave you something to root against him about, because I ain't about that performance enhancing, because he never got another 10-sack season after that. Once he get caught, it was it for all of that.
It was lights out.
The light really went out.
So now the Jags move on. They about to get bopped. Listen.
The way the card fall for you, boy.
You say what?
I say the way the cards fall sometimes mean a lot, because it's a different game if they playing the other one. If they playing the Bengals or the Bills. They got a chance against the Bengals probably. The Bills, that shit it'd have been a blowout too. The only AFC team they could have beat in the playoffs now probably is the Bengals.
I disagree with that. I disagree they could beat the Bengals.
Well, that's the team maybe could closest enough, a game close enough for it to be competitive.
low key, they are the weakest team in the AFC.
Probably in the playoffs when you look at who left.
I think they stronger than the Giants.
No, we about to get on that soon. But Daniel's something different.
Yeah, he is.
He's turning it into something.
And Saquon is scary.
Hey, when we get there, but that cut up the sideline with everybody over there, either the league is really rigged or he just that great. Because it was a lot of people over him for him not to get pushed out of bounds.
I couldn't believe it. Man. And remember when we watching and they showing the replay, I called Dawg number out. I can't remember his number. I'm like, look at number 26. Look at 26. Yeah. He was just a half. I'm gonna get you.
And what happened to the dive at the legs though? People don't dive no more. It's like at least trip them,
bro.
I'd rather get jumped over than somebody just walk in,
bro. And like, whenever I'm on kick return. And I'm being jammed up, and the returner then took the outside up the sideline. You push his man into him.
Yeah.
Or if you're not strong enough, then you put yourself into his man. We all going out of bounds.
We all falling.
Yes, we all falling.
What it is.
But I guess they didn't get the memo. So that's that. So Chargers gone. Time to go to Cancun. Pack it up.
Yeah. And that was one of the real upsets of the
that was an upset. That was an upset. That was an upset because
on paper roster to roster, ain't nobody taking the Jacks.
No. I just don't see how a team with Mac and Bosa lose often. You muted your mic. Yeah, you.
My bad. I was coughing. I ain't want to be rude to the. Yeah, but when you up 20 points, 23 points, that's we in pass rush mode every play until they come back in this boy. So they supposed to tee it off, but that's why the defensive coordinator got fired because he didn't play it right.
Like, yeah. Why wasn't they going to get him every play?
Didn't he a young quarterback too? Don't nothing. A blitz stunts mess with veteran quarterbacks. So second year in the league, they could have confused all types of so many different things that they could have done, but that's why Dawg lost his job.
They sacked him twice. They was able to get him down twice, but that's when you got a team with Mac and Bosa, though, that ain't enough. That's basically saying they got one apiece.
Mac and Bosa in a 3-score lead. Yeah. And then you basically got one corner shut down a whole side. So, because at that point, you don't throw over there no more. And they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, because Samuels had to move around to see the ball again. They just stopped throwing over that boy. Like, no, we ain't even gonna try it no more. But that's smart.
That boy is his fired. That boy is his father.
Yeah. Because listen, I never understood how Asante Samuel used to get so many picks every year. He was just, to me, he wasn't as good as his numbers said. But that's the risk and the reward on a aggressive quarterback. Aggressive corner. Because Asante was more a zone corner than a man-to-man corner. His son looked like he one of them in your hip corners.
I'm gonna disagree. And as a person who have personal experience with Asante, he gave Marv flux. He gave Marv the flux, bro. That one year when we won the Super Bowl, Asante had 3 in the first half already. He was just like his pa. I mean, just like his son, and lost too, just like his son. But Asante was there, bro. You can say it's blasphemous if you want to. I think Asante better than Ty Law.
See, that's disrespectful. Ty Law, Hall of Famer. Hell no. It registered in my mind late, but the disrespect.
I just think not.
I think he in his second and third year.
Who?
Asante ain't in his second.
I don't know. I think this is his second year. I'm talking about senior.
Oh, Ashante's no.
I'm talking about senior.
Because Ty Law was your hip corner. That zone shit didn't come until Asante Samuel got there.
I don't know, man. Ty wasn't a problem. I don't think Ty was a problem for us like Asante was.
Well, Ty Law was a problem a long time before. Because remember, Ty Law played in the Drew Bledsoe Super Bowl.
Right.
So he was a problem for a long time before they got great.
But that's it for the Chargers. They gonna come back next year and still whoop on y'all though. What did y'all do? What did y'all do with them? Y'all split this year?
Yeah, we got 1-1.
1-1. You know they gonna be.
But
back
check this out. First of all, even right now, looking at the rosters, my team is supposed to be a playoff team until contracts expire. At least. So the Chargers roster not better than ours.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
They quarterback better than yours, and they defense better than yours.
I'm about to say they defensive coordinator better than ours, but no. Because Nate Hobbs is just as good as Asante Samuel Jr.
I'm not talking about. Don't you? You better not say that. You better not say that.
Max Crosby is just as good as Bosa. But we need Chandler Jones to match Mac. We need New England Chandler. If we got New England first and second year Cardinals Chandler Jones, we can go sack for sack with Nick and Mac.
So basically,
like I told you earlier, I preferred us to sign Mac back over Chandler Jones, but you know, Josh McDaniels with that New England shit.
So basically, I got my disrespect in, you got your disrespect in.
That wasn't disrespectful.
That was very disrespectful.
Max Crosby is a problem. A game-changing problem.
Don't forget you said he gonna be number 1 on the All-Pro. So he gonna be starting All-Pro.
He didn't make the Pro Bowl?
No, I'm talking about the All-Pro team. You said he gonna be the end for the All-Pro team, first team.
Oh yeah, he gonna still play. It's a flag football game. That shit don't matter.
No, not the Pro Bowl, the All-Pro team.
Oh,
you said he was gonna be the start and end for the All-Pro team.
I thought we was gonna have a lot more 30-16 games. If you get what I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Don't have them kind of games.
We just Darren Waller.
Bro, y'all
Devontae
either
Adams,
go.
Hunter Renfro, and Josh Jacobs. We were supposed to have a lot of 30-16 games.
Bro, that's not how to. Y'all either gonna lose or y'all gonna win close ones. Either or.
It's okay though. I'm not worried about it. But we don't have a segment this week, so I don't know why you keep bringing this up.
You brought the Raiders up, not me. Oh yeah, I did bring them up and ask you if y'all gonna beat them again. We know
We
y'all
about to
ain't.
pop the ass.
Moving right along to this Miami Buffalo game. The Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins 34-31. And in that game, Josh Allen was 23 for 39, 352, 3 tubs, and 2 picks. So they didn't send Miami gun. And like we both said, I believe if Tua played that Miami win that game.
Yeah. Possibly. But the Bills #1 defense in the league, man. I was just checking the stats earlier, and offense and defense, they wasn't giving up nothing. No tight end has scored on them all year. So they just took a whole position out the game. You might as well just throw an extra lineman out there because they wasn't having it. So they #1 in pass defense and rushing defense. It's ridiculous. It wasn't fair, but it was a good game still, though.
Yeah, it still was a good game. That's what I appreciate. Oh no, this was the one I dozed off on though. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought it was gonna be Dallas, San Francisco. I mean Dallas, Tampa Bay score.
Oh, I dozed off. At that point, I had been smoking all San Fran game and all Charger game. So by the time that mug came along, I held in, collapsed, caught the highlights the next day. But they favors though. It's looking like we lining up for a Bills Chiefs AFC Championship, which will be lovely.
But when you think about, when you look at it, the Dolphins in that game, even though the score looked close and it was a good game, stat wise, that shit they didn't do good stats wise. Period. For times they had 18 of 45 for 222. I mean for 220, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Wilson, a running back, had 10 carries for 23 yards, averaging 2.3 yards a carry. They Tyreek Hill, 7 catches for 69 yards, averaging 9 yards a catch. That's not good enough.
No, and then what's crazy too, for it to be a field goal game and the Dolphins 4 for 16 on third down. So it's like for the game to be that close, if you see 4 for 16 on third down, it's a large. It ain't no field goal game. So for them to be in it,
defense.
right? And then they got total yard about 200 yards plus. So
the Dolphins defense kept them in the game.
Yeah, because they're all them picks. And Josh Allen will throw some picks. I'm noticing that about him. He'll throw some picks.
He a gunslinger. Like, he believed in his arm that much that he'd take that risk.
I'm about to say, don't say Brett Favre. I thought that's what you were about to say.
He better than Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's who you compared him to, his scrambling ability. Wasn't it Josh Allen?
To Brett Favre?
Yeah, I think that's who you was talking about with the scrambling, remind you of?
Who was that I was talking about? I don't think it was Josh Allen.
Or was it Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones. No, because Josh Allen.
Or was it Purdy?
It was Purdy. And because you was like, that's blasphemy because dog, Mr. Irrelevant, even though you don't like the term, you sure did call him that.
I don't remember that. Don't slander my name in front of the people. Do not slander my name in front of the people.
You made it seem like he wasn't worthy of that comparison. He actually on pace to be better than Brett because Brett got traded from the Falcons. He ain't play as no rookie.
Even though dog, a money stealing, slime ball, he's what he did is still what he did. Brett Favre is still Brett Favre. So to put him up there with Brett Favre is
reminding you of and saying they are equal caliber is two different things.
See, I don't, and that's why I don't be liking that remind you of, because you do that with D. Mitch and Kobe. I'll be like, no.
Or like Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. Think you do that to fuck with me. Ain't no way in hell.
Go check the stats.
Ain't no way in hell. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my time. So the Dolphins up out of there, and that's crazy because Tua at one point was in MVP contention.
Mm-hmm.
And to go from that to that, what a drop off. Remind me of that Derek Carr MVP drop off. But we ain't talking about him.
You gonna stop being disrespectful.
Sorry about that.
But the Bills are gonna play the Bengals next week. So that's gonna be a good game.
It is.
The young guns.
It is. That's an all young gun game. Yeah, that's an all young gun game.
Well, shit, the whole next divisional round is a young gun. It's a young gun division.
Oh, round. It is. It ain't no. They didn't kick Brady old ass out the playoffs.
Dak the oldest.
I think Pat the oldest.
No, Dak older than Pat.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
They didn't kick Brady old ass out the playoff and said, no.
It's that next up regime.
It is.
Who's about to lead us into the next little 8 to 10 years of playoff success.
They didn't went on and kicked Brady up out of there. Got the old head up out of there.
Yep, because the Rodgers ain't making it. Brady gone.
And just think, Lamar didn't play. Tua didn't play.
It's the changing of the guard.
So it's still some young. It still would have been two more young heads out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the Dolphins on up out of there. You think Tyreek cool with his decision?
Yeah, because he got paid and he still had a Pro Bowl year. If he didn't have a Pro Bowl year, he probably been pissed. Because, as long as you put up them numbers, you can always renegotiate. It's just when you ain't got the numbers to negotiate with, that aggravates you because that pay change.
And truthfully, I'm surprised at the season of Tyreek had. I didn't think he was gonna go off for like he did.
Well, last time Tua had a track team, I think he won national championship, didn't he?
Yeah. Weddle's go want to be a number one soon.
He had his number one time. It's easier when it's two people on that fast guy than it being two people on you. No team in the league can send two people, well, four DBs up. Because the running game, you're gonna get eight up, or the quarterback gonna have a lot of yards rushing. You can't commit that many people into deep coverage. That's why I was always either single safety or double safety. If you commit more than the cover 3 is about the only way you can do that successfully, and that's only 3 people covering the two mid and the right and left. Because you send that extra person now, what we got in the box? 11 people, you only got 7 in the box. 5 linemen, you got 5 offensive linemen. So that's going to take up 5 defensive players. So now you're only left with 2 people to stop 3 other people. Offense going to win every time. So with that speed, and if they keep a solid running back, they ain't have to worry about it.
Yep. Well, that's it for Miami. Not Tua can get healthy now, and they could come back a little better next year.
Hopefully he don't get hurt next year too. Because he like Anthony Davis every year.
Since college.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy, man.
That one little concussion he got, it was crap. I was like, oh my goodness.
Man, that looked just woo. But from
Yeah.
again, from being the Colt fan and watching Austin Collie all them years getting cracked up, I know how I look when them fingers jam.
Yeah. That little lock.
The gang sign. They stay whacking Austin Collie, man. Well, that's it, man. Bills advance. And I'm happy for Naheem Nimes, too. You see, he cut up, took 2 of them kicks to the crib. He took the opening kick to the crib a couple weeks ago. I'm happy that he left the trash ass Colts and went and found success elsewhere. Because he would not be playing right now if he was still on his old original team.
I was so upset to see so many former Raiders in the playoffs.
You was like, wait, I thought he was hurt.
Yeah.
All right, man. About to move on. But before we move on, got to give a shout out to our sponsor. This episode, like all episodes, is brought to you by High Eye Clothing. You can visit them online at www.higheyeclothing.com. Your one-stop shop for everything marijuana paraphernalia. They got everything, man. They got torches. They got rolling trays. They got roller helpers. They are different type of clothing, merch, t-shirts, swimwear. Man, they just got everything, man. If you're trying to find you some nice marijuana paraphernalia at nice prices, head on over to High Eye Clothing. That's www.higheyeclothing.com. And when you get over there, tell them people at the THC podcast sent you. All right, man. Let's moving right along to this Giants Vikings. The G-Men beat the Vikings 31-24. Sent Minnesota packing. Went on and sent Minnesota packing. And yeah, man, let's talk about Daniel Jones because we were just talking about dog.
Hey, talking about the will to win. I don't know if this is Daniel Jones we gonna get from now on. It's another young gun in the league.
Yeah,
because
it is.
24-35, 301 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks, 17 carries for 78 yards, averaging 4.6 yards a carry. He's a quarterback.
Dipping.
I'm not losing. Keep the chains moving, keep the clock moving. So, and Saquon got 2 touchdowns, but he didn't blow you away. He averaged 6 yards a carry, but one of them was like a 35-yard run up the sideline. He had 9 carries of 53 yards. But Daniel was out here the running game and the passing game.
I call him Connor Vick. That's what I call Daniel. That's what I call Daniel Jones, Connor Vick. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely enjoy seeing him scramble, bro. Cause it ain't shifty, it's stiff, but
yeah,
it's stiff, but
making it miss, getting the extra through, like.
And then it'd be a couple times you be thinking he about to slide, like, oh no, he cut up.
He remind me, this is not blasphemy.
Oh
Steve
God.
Young, though.
Oh God. Yes, that is. It's very blasphemous.
No, it's not. Listen, the pressure of taking over after Joe. The pressure, even though it really wasn't, but 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
The pressure of taking over after Eli.
You're right, because even though his career was trash, you still got to count for them 2 bowls.
Against the GOAT, though. He got 2 on the GOAT, so it ain't like he ain't earned that.
Right.
It wasn't no Trent Dilfer for that Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't. Because, dog, anybody could have won with that team. But it wasn't like that with Eli. Both times he made a throw and catch that's historical. You know, with the helmet catch, and then I think it was the Victor Cruz with a pop-up boy. It was so.
Hey, sidebar, Trent Dilfer, he be milking that ring like he just was MVP too.
Every time he commentated about something, the way he talked.
Right, the way he talked, like he 340 with 3 tubs, MVP of the Super Bowl. Like, shut up, bro. No,
you only had to score 10 points a game to win. If you scored 10 points, y'all was gonna win.
Well, I just be thinking like Trent get on that with the expert analysis, like.
Yeah. Hey, he milking it though. Because you know when the hosts bring him in as Super Bowl winning quarterback, that's all people hear if they don't know the true story.
He don't milk it like Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
But he milk it though.
Exactly. But Paul had one. Paul had a year. He was an NBA great though.
But he milking that one ring. He too loud. He too loud to have one ring.
He had a dynasty.
Right.
Yeah, but
you too loud for one ring.
Mm-hmm.
We not supposed to see you all. You too loud. And then a great example of Paul being too loud when he got to say he was better than D Wade.
Delusional.
Delusion.
That's the heat. Paul Pierce remind me of that guy that's tough when his homies around.
Because again, and like I know we on NFL, we gonna get back to it.
But it's sports. They know right. Tony into.
I hate when they say they ran LeBron off to Miami. No, I don't see it that way, bro.
Yeah, I don't either. I see Bron like, okay, y'all want to get 3?
Okay, right.
You got your boys, let me go get my boys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Old heads versus young heads. Let's do this.
That's exactly how I see it.
And that's how it is on the pickup game on the court. If you got a bunch of old heads out there and a bunch of young niggas, it's gonna be the old heads versus new heads. Ain't even no reason to pick teams. We already know who on the same team.
And them old heads usually bust our ass. I'm an old head now.
Yeah.
And I get it why they used to bust our ass. Because you know what old heads practice? Patience too.
Yeah.
Just patience. Just relax.
The understanding of the game is different. Because when you young, you want to dribble and score. You trying to show out. They really we about to win. They be on that. We about to win. Fuck that individual stuff. So you're gonna see the ball movement. That Spurs play compared to the ISO ball. You know.
Cause I used to wonder why every time I go hoop and then mess around and be a white versus black game,
Mm-hmm.
the white kids always win. And when you look at it individually, everybody on our team will bust everybody on their team ass one-on-one.
Yeah.
But when the collective came, we play individual because everybody know what's in their bag. But them, they like fuck a bag. You know, it's what we can do together. Pass, pick, pass, layup. Damn.
Get your man out of position. Opening it up for somebody else instead of trying to call somebody up and doing your little solo shit. Then you bank it because everybody shit, you want it, let's see. And then it's too much pressure. It's off the rim. They get the rebound, passed it 6 times before they even shot it.
Because I used to look at passing as a missed opportunity. I done dished it the dog just so he can go one-on-one. Like, no.
Yeah.
But back to this Vikings game, man. Kurt, another Kurt.
Yeah.
Another Kurt.
Listen. Because the game really didn't get out of hand that bad. It was just Kirk Cousins, he more a game manager than a game winner, if that makes sense.
Perfect sense.
So if the defense give it to him, he gonna get it. But to make it happen himself, that's not about to happen. Because most of his yards came from Hockerson, the tight end. 10 receptions for freaking 129. So you 12 yards a catch. That sound dunkish to me. You know what I'm saying? Just hearing that stat line to a tight end is big dunkish.
Especially when you got Justin Jefferson on your team.
And Adam Thielen.
And yeah.
So it's no excuse. The running game didn't really help out much. They was averaging about 4 yards a carry, but that's 15 carries for 60 yards. That's not about when the quarterback on the other team outrushed your whole team. So no.
Hey, even if before you get to the yards, attempts.
Exactly.
The quarterback on the other team have more attempts than yours. That's a problem.
More attempts than your running back. 17 attempts for Jones. 17 carries for Jones and 15 carries for freaking Cook.
And it's not like Dalvin Cook. And it's not like Dalvin Cook a bum.
He's not. Because it wasn't too long ago he led the league in rushing. So I'm surprised it wasn't a bunch of firings today throughout this week from them. Because Derek might go there.
Where to
Minnesota? Baby A-Rod versus A-Rod.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I used to watch Dalvin in college too, bro. You know, he was over there with James. At Florida State. But yeah, it's not like he was a bum, so I don't get it. But it just goes back to the Kirk Cousins just can't get it done because they had an amazing season, bro. 13-5.
They got amazing weapons. You got your running back a Pro Bowler, both your receivers Pro Bowlers. Come on.
And they tight end.
Hockerson.
I still don't understand why Detroit didn't trade him in division. But that's
Well, first of all, just saying the team name help you understand.
it's like, not only did you trade away somebody in division, but dog a beast. So now
Hey,
you gotta
Paul could have used him.
Jerry could have used him, and that probably would have been a difference maker.
It would have been probably
because they just missed the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, not only do you trade away a beast, you got to deal with him. Now, what if it come down to it? You see Minnesota, and you need one game to get in, and that one, and you play Minnesota, and he go nuts on you.
Exactly.
Goofs. Because you notice they always schedule that Lions-Packers game in Lambeau as the last game of the season. You notice it's been like that?
I did notice it though, but now that you brought it up, it did make me think about it.
They treating that like the the Ohio State Michigan game. That's always the last game of the season now.
Mm-hmm.
No more.
I don't think it's much as them treating it like that, or Aaron Rodgers there and they want him to throw for 555 because it's all about the ratings. So they want that 445 and 4 touchdowns on the Lions because that's the type of shit the Lions would give up on him.
And I can believe ratings probably lower on the last game, on the last week of the season, because most teams not playing starters.
True fans know, like, man, ain't nobody playing nobody serious. Nobody trying to get hurt.
We in they there already.
Yeah.
Right.
So unless it's your team fighting, you're really not going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Unless your team fighting for a spot or you need that team to lose and this team to lose. But the people that just know their team is in that boy, not want to watch that shit unless it's exciting.
I used to look forward to the Lions-Packers game in Lambeau because I knew I know Aaron about to give me something.
At least 4 touchdowns and probably a Hail Mary at the end that's just miraculous. He probably got the greatest Hail Mary average ever.
Yeah, he do. And you Peyton my guy, but I don't like that Omaha as much as I like that Green 19. I love Aaron Green 19. And then I heard him do it on Madden. I was like, oh yeah, that's cold right there.
Yeah. And then also with the Vikings, they only completed 4 out of 10 third downs.
That'll do you bad. That'll do you.
Unacceptable. But that's what I was talking about with Kirk Cousins. Like, if the defense make a mistake, he gonna make you pay. But if everybody in the right spot, he can't do it on his own. It's either gonna be a check down or a thrown away pass.
And you look at the rushing yards, that 142 to 61, and then you look at the rushing yards and you look at the time of possession, they make sense.
It does. Like 7 extra minutes of football. But that's because Daniel Jones refused to lose. I got you. Okay. Y'all want to bail? Okay. Y'all not spying? Okay.
Yeah, I'm most definitely looking forward to that Giants
I saw
Eagles.
on the Monday night game that Daniel Jones hit up Eli and asked him what should he expect. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you think about Eli's runs, he was a mobile quarterback during his playoff runs too.
I wouldn't consider a lot mobile. He had escapability.
Yeah. He'll get the fuck on in the playoffs. And in the regular season, he probably gonna throw that pick and take the sack and just walk through. But in the playoffs, he moved. He got a little extra in him.
That's why Daniel Jones talking about he got some advice from Eli. I'm like, what did Eli tell you? Just throw it. Just throw it in the air.
He probably told him refuse to lose.
Hey, speaking of that Mannion podcast, simulcast, Peyton said it's no such thing as halftime adjustments. He said that's a myth. Say you not in there long enough. You in there long enough. Use the bathroom, eat an orange, and then you on your way back out there. He said that's not real.
So to me, what I'm thinking halftime adjustments is, so I know the coach ain't on the motherfucking chalkboard talking about you doing this, doing that. My halftime adjustments, when I think about it, is the people with the mics. The quarterback got one. There's one person on defense got one. Probably the middle the middle linebacker, and then you got the OCs got one, and the head coach got one that really mattered. We only in the locker room for 15 minutes, but the halftime process is about a half an hour.
No, halftime ain't 30 minutes, bro. Halftime like 15 minutes.
I'm talking about from the time they can start making adjustments, when they running the clock down or doing the kick or taking the knees, they already doing it. So I'm the offensive coordinator, but we on defense. So I'm taking this whole drive, making the adjustments to the stuff I saw on the screen. If they're on defense, I'm taking that whole offensive drive and I'm making adjustments on the screen. I'm not about to walk all the way down to the damn locker room from the damn booth unless they're on the sideline. So, but they got the headset, so they can just talk it in. Like, boom, this to change here. Just we should do this, and then they send that down to the position coaches, and then it break down from there. It's faster and easier to do it that way. If you get what I mean.
I disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with Peyton. First of all, how many games have people always said Belichick is the greatest second halftime adjusting coach?
Because that's what he do. He got the analysts, they breaking that shit down.
And then hearing that so many times and then watching the Patriots game where they'd be getting towed up by something in the first half, and then in the second half, that's no more.
That's because I think with Belichick, what they do, they probably low-key got 11 to probably 15 people that just watch one position the whole game just to notice little subtle details like, okay, like say like a JJ Watt, okay, when he coming hot and he going full out fucking pass rush, he twitches ankle a little bit. Just notice a little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But if he gonna slow up and play the run and drag down the line, he lean back more. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past him to have people just body reading. Because human tendency is real. Once you get accustomed to doing something a certain way, you do it that same way. But then it's certain little subtle changes you make to make up for it, you know?
Well, that's it for old Kurt.
Yeah.
And I don't think Kurt gonna be able to duplicate. A lot of people benefited from some super easy schedules. I don't think Kurt gonna be able to duplicate that 13-5.
I kind of think this whole playoff run benefited from some easy schedules.
All right,
easy schedules and the way the division falls. Because the ones with the hard schedules barely made it and they got whopped out early. Only team that I don't think should still be in the playoffs is the Jags. But, you know, Trevor might have something else to say about it. And I don't blame him, you know. Second year, you know, that's how Tom started.
Hey, look, he ain't better than Drew his second year. Drew was way better by his second year.
Andrew Luck came out of the draft for Hall of Famer, the way they was talking.
But
you remember?
But he was living up. First of all, the boy was nasty at Stanford. I'm gonna tell you, I remember watching the Colts game, and they had a fan with the Luck jersey on, but he wasn't even there yet. He was still in college. But we had the first pick, so we knew who we was taking. I wasn't quite an Andrew Luck fan, right? What made me an Andrew Luck fan is when he threw that pick and he ran and bah, and made dog fumble it. I say, okay, well, I want that. I say, yeah, I'll take that. I will take that.
It was like a linebacker playing quarterback, though.
Hey, but we got to change the subject because we're not allowed to talk about dog and Coach Nation.
But check this out, though. One more thing. But to see the way his body changed, I wonder if he was on some lights out shit.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you
Because
do
dog
that.
arm was looking like Thor when he was in the league. Now he looking like Hawkeye.
Hey, I shared a picture of Andrew Luck. I said, look how funny Andrew Luck looked with photoshopped arms. Now, what if I told you these was real? Because they didn't look real.
Dude had wrestler arms when he was in the league. Now he looking like
John Cena arms. His arms remind me of John Cena.
Luck is in the air.
All right, moving on to the next game. The first game on Sunday. The Cincinnati Bengals beat the Baltimore Ravens 24-17. Sent Baltimore packing. But we know a Lamarless Baltimore was destined for shit anyway.
For them to lose off a QB sneak going wrong is so much irony, and it's just like the one way you could have lost out of all the ways you could have lost, you lost in the way you needed your quarterback the most. Where the person you needed the most wasn't there, and you thought anybody can get it done, and it just wasn't the case. Because Lamar doing the sneak, you ain't even got to worry about him sneaking up the middle. You got to worry about him faking up the middle and sprint to the pylon.
And that when he take that angle at that edge, you dead. When he get that edge at that pylon, that angle,
it's probably 4 people in the league can catch him on that angle, and 2 of them play receiver.
Because even when you close down, he go dive.
Yeah, and then he not a little man,
right?
So if he get close enough to the pylon, you better be ready. But Huntley, 17-29, 226, touchdown, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Them almost Lamar-ish type numbers, but you didn't get the freaking 10 carries for freaking 106 and 3 rushes that you would have got for Lamar. You know what I'm saying? So
which
he definitely bring a different dynamic.
Which makes all the difference in the world too, because again, Baltimore won the time of possession and they outrushed Cincinnati too. They was on their way to winning, but because they outplayed Cincinnati, which was scary, for me. I mean, 3 for 11 on third down. That shows you we need Lamar. Because he dipping.
Yeah, he not about to be waiting for the guy to get behind the coverage. Commit them if you want to out there. Not spy if you want to. Because you got to think he take a whole player out of the that 11th man got to watch him. And that's just watching him. That's not even far as containing him. You need more than one person because his agility, his acceleration is on another level to where you probably gonna look foolish if you the QB spy. So you better hope that defensive end contained. You better hope the defensive lineman pushed the pocket, caved it in, because any opening is, especially with DBs with their backs turned.
Lamar say, y'all be capping on this app. Never smelt a football field. Never did shit but eat dick. Lamar, he mad, bro.
And then you think about, speaking of refusing to lose, Joe Burrow, he didn't have the greatest day. It was 23 of 32, 209, 1 touchdown, 5 carries, 9 yards for 1 touchdown. Sometimes you just need your quarterback to refuse to lose.
Yeah. And he did just that, which is I'm kind of shocked because again, I thought that Cincinnati was going to win this game with ease since Lamar wasn't in there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a blowout.
Especially from what I'm expecting from Cincinnati. Like I look at them as serious contenders. You know, they just was in the bowl.
Yeah.
And so to go from that to that, let me read you this Lamar tweet, okay? He say, when you have something good, you don't play with it. You don't take chances losing it. You don't neglect it. When you have something good, you pour into it. You appreciate it. Because when you take care of something good, that good thing takes care of you too. Translation.
That makes so much sense on so many levels.
Translation. Pay me my money. I'm not playing. If you don't take care of me, I won't be back.
Because he is metaphoric in such a way to where it can be used in so many different scenarios. But it's about that money, though. It's definitely about that cash. Like, don't forget MVP. Don't forget about that MVP. Give me my money.
Hey, now you know you don't judge a book. I never judge a book by its cover, especially when it comes to Black Man, right? I never took Lamar for being poetic, right? But it's funny how when 230 on the line, it brings out your inner Shakespeare. When it's 230 on the line, you get real poetic. Take care of thou, and thou will take care of thee. That's crazy. I never took Lamar for being a spoken writer.
Yeah, because that's guaranteed too.
Yeah, right. So, that 230 will bring out your inner Shakespeare.
And then with the Baltimore Ravens, they don't want to guarantee 230 on the recklessness that they like. They like him to run. They want him to run, but they don't want to pay him because they know what running can do.
So that's it for the Ravens. They have an interesting offseason.
Definitely.
They have a very interesting offseason. All eyes on Baltimore.
If it end up being a trade, they about to get a lot back. Somebody basically going to be doing the AD trade for dog.
They go on a lot.
3 of your best players and for 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, they go on a lot. Yep. Probably the 3 and 3. Which is respectable.
For MVP, yeah. Especially under the age of 30. Yes. But the Bengals, they just refuse to lose. So that be the difference. Yeah, and next week they play the Bills. So Joe Burrow can't do no 209 this game because Josh Allen out here slinging that boy.
Hey, now this the game too. But I've been wanting to see Burrow versus Allen. And it's crazy we compare quarterbacks when they go up against the defenses.
But that's the thing. You could compare a Brady and Manning, a Brady and Breeze, a Rodgers and Manning because you got your points. Now it's my turn. Remember that one Super Bowl when Brady played Pat and he got the ball and he just said, okay, my turn. You can read his lips, say my turn. That shit that's how they think.
When I hark back though to those Brady Manning days, they kept a top 5. They kept a top 5. We kept a lower 32. 25 to 32.
But the thing is, y'all with y'all defense, y'all wasn't highly ranked, but y'all pass defense was highly ranked.
Right, you're right. Overall, we
Yeah.
was low, but the pass rush was probably like top 10.
Yeah, that pass defense was sick because y'all got the edge rushers and then the DBs.
But here's the thing, and I know this from being a Colts fan. We was always dead last in rush defense, though.
That's because all y'all linebackers was 225. Tony Dungy with this Tampa 2, he needs people to drop back in them zones. That's why y'all pass rush was like that. Y'all defensive ends was linebackers. Like the people's normal linebackers was the size of y'all defensive ends. Y'all linebackers was the size of most people's safeties. So when I weigh the same amount as your motherfucking edge rusher, I'm probably gonna get a couple yards.
Cato June. He was
6 foot 230. They're running back bigger than your linebackers.
All right, man. So yeah, like I said, man, all eyes about to be on Baltimore this offseason and see what's gonna pan out with Lamar. See how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, Lamar getting hurt. Only reason nobody got fired because this will be the third exit with him. So it was either some coaches got to go or he got to go. Because 3 years getting bounced out the playoffs like this, somebody was getting fired this year. So he saved a lot of jobs getting hurt.
And it's like when he was there, we leading the division.
Yeah.
Now he leave out. Now we in the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of leverage.
He saved a lot of jobs. Because if he played and they lost, some shit getting broken up off three consecutive playoff bounces, early playoff bounces.
Yeah, they got
it's different when you get bounced in the AFC Championship than the wild card and divisional round.
Yeah,
that shit'll get you fired. AFC Championship, they'll give you another year, but nah, not early bounces.
Moving along to the disappointment game of the week, the Monday game. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-14. Wait, nah. It wasn't disappointing now that I think about it, because Dallas had a great year and Tampa played horrible the whole season.
The best team won.
Yeah.
Because on paper, that team is better than most of the teams in the league. It's all come down to how good is Dak gonna play. And that really would it come down to with the Cowboys, because everything else is in place for greatness. It's about them that co-rookie of the year team they got down there. Dak and Zeke. How y'all gonna perform?
And Dak played out his mind though. 25 for 33, 305, 4 tubs. And on top of the 4 tubs, he had a rushing touchdown too. So he had 5 total touchdowns. He beat Tampa. He
actually averaged more yards than Ezekiel.
But that's your man, though.
No, he not. I ain't never do that little cutoff T. No, dog.
Hey, but I remember them guys though.
But he coming out there with the cutoff T, with the bull nose ring, and his back overarched.
Wait. What are you insinuating?
I'm just saying, when you were cut off and you arc it up, that's a little. I don't know. It just looked weird to me.
Yeah, because I remember guys used to put their shirt inside out and tape it so that it'll come halfway. Because it was really a protector for the shoulder pads.
Yeah, so it don't rub up against your skin and make you all itchy and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that and these is Detroit Public School shoulder pads. So they've been in rotation for 22 years.
They ain't never been washed. So then when they came out with Free Breeze, we definitely didn't get washed. They just got sprayed and sat there for a season.
So you have made sure you did not want that skin to touch, or it may be Chris Charles from the class of
Staff
'87.
infection.
Right. You ain't want that. So I just wore a t-shirt though. That was extra. I wore a cutoff. Or you cut the sleeves off. All that was extra. All that was extra. That was extra, bro.
I just wore beaters.
Or if you wore sleeves, you was good too. Tom, 35 for 66, 351, 2 tubs in the pit.
It's very misleading. The yards in 66 attempts.
That's
Come on.
crazy. That's
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. But again, it was 18 zip. So at that point, you see why Leonard Fournette only have 11 yards and White only got 41 yards. But
they only rushed freaking 11 times.
But the game got out of hand. It's 18 zip. But no, it didn't get out of hand that quick for them. Yeah, you should have more than that.
It was 18 zip at the half. So when you come in to win and the Cowboys stuck to their game plan, they didn't let that, because usually somebody try to outdo Brady, make a bunch of mistakes. Dak didn't make the mistakes that most people will make. And that's the difference. They say to their own game plan, did what they was gonna do, and it worked. And the defense just showed up, because 14 points, and them not 2 touchdowns, them 14 points.
And the crazy thing is,
them not 2 kicking, like 7-pointers, those fucking 6.6-point boys. And then the Dallas kicker though,
right?
How many points he left on the field?
4. So the score is supposed to be a little bit more, 35-14.
That's a blowout though.
Yeah. So they just sent Goat home. What you think? That's it, or you think he coming back?
I think
he linked to y'all. He linked to y'all.
I think Brady too prideful to let his last game be a win from a loss to a team that has never beat him. I think he too prideful to let that be it. If you get what I'm saying, like, these motherfuckers ain't beat me out of 20 years, and I'm gonna let them beat my last game. No, but if he come to us, the weapons he got, all he gotta do is be Brady, and the championship is there.
I'm not gonna lie. I was seeing them throws, man. Them don't look like. You gotta remember, I've been dogged and terrorized me many.
Oh yeah, the passes didn't look like they used to.
They not crisp. They not on the money like they used to be.
But remember, I told you it's the pressure of life. This is your passion. This is your hobby. Basically your first or second love, depending on where your wife stand. But him coming back towards family apart though, so that play on a person's mind when life factor in. When it was just focused on football, we got your back no matter what. He got 20 years of success. But if it's either that or us, that'll play with your mind. Especially when you coming off an MVP caliber season. So you like, not only can I still play, I'm just as good as the best. So I think I should keep going.
We'll see, man. What do he do? I want him to go. Because
I think he should retire too.
I just need that chapter of my life closed. Because he's still, it's just, I became, if you can't beat him, join him type of person.
Yeah.
But he's still a murderer in my eyes. He still caused a lot of heartache in my life. So I just want him gone, man. Big
Yeah,
O.
one thing I do know for sure though, a lot of players have last stop been the Raiders. So if it's any team that'll give you one more chance off what you used to do, is mine.
Well, as recent history serves it, we the quarterback retirement home.
Oh, that's just recent. When one time we was the oldest team in the league for like 3 years.
Y'all had Jerry Rice.
Jerry
Y'all had Jerry
Rice and
Rice.
Tim Brown, Rich Gannon, all these guys 35. Living off what they name used to mean. But
Was Warren over there?
What, Warren Sapp?
Yeah.
No, he didn't come to well, he was there when Randy was there and Jamarcus Russell years.
Okay. Well, we didn't talk about. Let's talk about the next round. Before that, though, let's sponsor time. This episode is brought to you by High Eye Clothing, your one-stop shop for all things marijuana paraphernalia. Go ahead and check them out. They got everything you need weed except for the weed. Again, that's www.higheyeclothing.com. All right, man, let's talk about the divisional round.
Here we go.
First up, we got Jags versus Chiefs. Hey, I'm going to give it a chance because it might not be a blowout. It might be a good one.
Listen, I said it's basically Trevor Lawrence's come out party, right? If he go blow for blow with Pat, he in the conversation.
Off one game?
Yes.
Dang, one game get you in the conversation.
Understand the pressure it is playing against a guy who already been a league MVP, probably about to be another league MVP.
No problem.
Already got a Super Bowl. Before, and dude did all of this before his third year in the league. I'm in year 2. How can I make a statement? This is a statement game for him.
It's. I agree with you. It's a statement game, and yeah, it could be a coming out party. You beat KC. That's big, but I don't think it puts you in the.
That's bad for y'all. You know why?
Why?
Because it's gonna be an annual game, Trevor versus Pat. You know how the NFL will do it. They gonna milk.
Why is that bad for us?
Because if the Chiefs play the AFC South, the Chiefs play the AFC South.
Well,
you might play each other every year if that game go the right way.
Well, as history served, we don't have a problem with Pat. Pat is not an issue in Indy. So
I'm just saying you got the same problem I got.
Pat not a problem for us. I don't consider Pat a problem. We take care of that. Pat is not a problem for us, bro.
Okay.
I know one of these days he's gonna blow.
I bet all them contracts you got gonna run out before Pat lead the Chiefs.
Hey, look again, and till that time come, like I say, Pat is not a problem for us, bro.
Dog, you in renegotiation year all next year. Y'all got a lot of people to convince to stay. So
give me your score, bro. Give me your score.
I'm gonna give you what I want to happen and what's probably gonna happen, what's most likely to happen. What I want to happen is a 35-33 Jaguar win.
Damn, you want to see Pat go?
I want the league to be balanced because right now it's just like anytime you see him go up against anybody, you think he about to whoop him. It's just like they about to bop him. Pat about to be Pat. It ain't no. When Brady played Manny, it was like, okay, this is about to be some shit to see. Let me scoot up, you know.
Right.
When Manny played Matt Schaub, man, ain't nobody worried about it. And Matt Schaub a Pro Bowler. Nobody about to watch that bullshit. Man, I'm about to 45. you know, when Brady played Manny, you wanted to see it. When Brady played Chad Pennington, you like some bullshit. Not about to watch that bull, but a Trevor done got him. What? I think if Trevor get him, Burrow gonna finish off Trevor. But that little triangle of the league gonna milk that shit because they all young. Them gonna be primetime games every year until they start retiring. Because even though they say the schedule random,
it don't
the
seem
Colts
random.
and the Patriots still play like they in the same division every year.
Brady, Manny signed on for 20 years, and Peyton ain't honor his end.
Now, what's really gonna happen? 45-17, Patton over 500.
I didn't turn my light off, man. My light that came off.
But that's what's really gonna happen. Like my hypothetical would it be nice for the league and for us as fans to see something different. But in reality, Pat about to throw 5 touchdowns. Kelsey gonna have 3. It's about to get out of hand real fast.
Yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs too. I'm looking for it to be like, I like 35. What you say? 45-10, 45-17?
Yeah, 45-17.
I
Because
like
it's the
30.
playoff, and Andy Reid runs some shit up on your ass. So it ain't like he gonna stop after they get a 20-point lead.
I like 35-17. I think that they gonna have 10 majority of the game, and then they gonna get a late touchdown, but it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
And that's how they go get 17.
The morale lifter.
Yeah, that's how they get 17. But I don't,
Okay.
they probably go get a touchdown first half, and then they get an early second half field goal, and then in the end of the fourth quarter when the game already out of hand, they get a little.
If Trevor throw 4 picks this game, every pick gonna turn into a touchdown. Hey, he don't play every possession. He trying to get one. I think he take it personal that the kicker get paid. He like, nah, But he magical like that though. Even though he in my division, I didn't seen too much to not appreciate the greatness that I'm witnessing.
Yeah. All right, next on G-Man versus Philly, NFC East.
Who had the easier schedule?
Both. They had the same schedule.
I know this terrible the league pulled that shit off. NFC Championship gonna probably be NFC East, NFC East. Fuck this over. It was Skip probably paid somebody off for that.
They told Jerry, in order for us to give you an easy schedule, we're gonna have to align the whole division. Jerry said, get it done, and we'll see how
I think we're ready. We're ready.
And
low key, this could be. They play like they played this past weekend. They about to win the Super Bowl.
Who? Dallas.
If they play like they played against the Buccaneers, they gonna win the Super Bowl.
But Tampa is a bad team. Let's not forget that.
But Tampa still got a lot of weapons.
With an old quarterback.
It could have turned bad quick. But you got to remember though, everybody don't have a line to block what Dallas got coming rushing.
Right. San Fran do.
But we gonna know fast. We gonna get to that. But is Mr. Relevant ready for that? Because Michael Parsons something different. Brady already got that pocket awareness, so I'm gonna scoot, slide, and step up.
Hey, that young man was so many back leg passes, off balance passes. Micah was coming hot.
And
Who you got?
a young quarterback try to do something special, and then next thing you know, it's bad. But I think Daniel Jones, I think he for real. I kind of want him to win.
Against Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I don't think I did never believe that the Eagles was serious though.
No, in the beginning of the season, you fought me.
No,
They
I
gotta
said the
be serious.
schedule is in their favor.
That's not what I said.
They might pull it off. But it's crazy that this game probably gonna come down to QB rushing yards and QB rushing touchdowns.
Right. That's what this game is really. Who can contain the quarterback?
Yeah.
Who
And
gonna be able to contain a quarterback?
this game really gonna help Lamar when you think about it, considering how both of these quarterbacks play. Cause he like, I can do what they do, but better. So it's gonna this playoffs making the league way more interesting. This year in football was weird, but the way it's panning out, it's building to some great storylines next year.
Jalen Hurts then said that the Giants was purposely targeting his hurt shoulder too. So you know that now they about to look even if it wasn't true, you say that to put that out there because so now it's gonna be watched.
All the years I played football, you bet not limp. We bet not know you hurt already. What?
That's
this gladiator sport. This the playoff. You can heal in the offseason. We ain't trying to end your career, but you're not about to finish this game.
It's just like what you said, gladiators. When you take it back to when the gladiators was fighting, if I see you babysitting that leg, I'm going for the leg.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Exactly. Bret Hart taught me a long time ago, if they limping, finger four on the apron, we can sharpshooter them later, but we about to finger four in this corner to weaken that up. So
yeah, but he didn't.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna go for his left shoulder.
Give me your score.
He about to get all types of mistakenly ran into, bumped, backwards fall into. So unless he gonna do the Brett Favre throw it and run backwards, because Brett Favre used to take the fuck. He knew they was gonna hit him anyway, so he'd throw it and run backwards, so he ain't get hit.
Give me your score.
Oh, for the Eagles.
Eagles.
I think this is gonna be close because it's NFC East
division game.
I think probably like 24, 27. Giants.
Oh, you picking the G-Men to win?
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm picking Philly to win. I think this is gonna be because this is a division game, so I can see 24-10 because Philly just that much better than the Giants, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I see 24-10.
The last time they played, the Eagles beat them 22-16.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that 20. I like my pick. I like my score.
But Daniel Jones didn't even play. So you add that Daniel magic, Nas then flipped. You feel me? But I'm not picking Philly because of just Daniel Jones. I'm picking them as Saquon Daniel together rushing is going to be a problem. Because they do some read option type shit most of the game, especially since he okay with running and refusing to lose or go down. I can see Saquon having one of them days.
There you go.
You remember one of them days? Did you have Saquon this year?
You had Saquon
in fantasy?
You had Saquon.
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of 30-point games. A lot of 25-point games. I think he's going to have one of them because he didn't earn it last week.
So you think this is because he's free?
Yeah.
After this year,
You can't you can't go to the contract table when your last rushing attempts your quarterback rush more than you. It's just it's not about the. No, it's not gonna work. 53 yards in your last game. You got 2 touchdowns, but that's that Jerome Bettis touchdown shit. We here, so we just gonna give it to you.
hey, we're not gonna disrespect no Stag on this show.
Hey, first of all,
We not gonna disrespect.
Know
we not gonna disrespect
that year they won the Super Bowl with Jerome Bettis to Detroit when they went through y'all, right? Dog touchdown to yards ratio was ridiculously stupid. One game he had -2 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Why I can't think of dog name? Was it Parker?
Willie Parker.
Yeah.
Willie done ran for 88 yards, and they put Jerome in. First, they run him twice. The first time he lose fucking 4 yards, and then he get 2-yard gain. Somebody jump off sides. They right on a goal line, and he get a positive yard play. He -3 yards with a touchdown.
Hey, we don't disrespect Mackenzie Staggs on this show.
Hey, first of all, I went to Mackenzie. I went to Jerome Bettis' camp more than one time. I appreciate him putting out that time to help develop me as a man.
Okay.
So I got love for him. I just know the truth at the end. Some running backs having 2 touchdowns don't mean they didn't ran through a defense. That just mean they was close enough to where nobody can stop them. And with Saquon, he just one of them backs that's that big. Thighs look like freaking Earl Campbell's. So he probably gonna go in our first contact.
All right, let's move on to the Cincinnati Buffalo game. Who you liking? This the game I'm looking forward to the most.
Well, I always like Josh Allen, so I'm going with Buffalo. I think they do. They didn't have share of failed everything. Went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. Didn't win one. They usually start the season off 6-0 and don't even go to the playoffs. So I'm rooting for Buffalo this time. The score, I think it'd be like 31-24.
You do?
Yeah.
Again,
because Burrow and Chase, they're not just gonna go to sleep. You know, they're not about to just let that happen. So it's gonna be a fight. I think it's probably gonna be like, you know, the game we just watched, the Seahawks, and what was the Seahawks and the 49ers? Where it's just close, and then somebody make that one mistake, and then it just change and snowball down. It's gonna
that's
be more
how it's
like
gonna
that.
be.
Yeah,
because they can shoot it out. Both of them can shoot it out, but it's who gonna throw that first pick.
Yeah, you make a mistake on the Bills defense, that's gonna be it for you because they defense ranked number 1. So not only do they got a great quarterback, which is rare to have an offense like that and have a number 1 ranked defense, but that's a great problem to have.
So you got Cincinnati winning though?
Hell no, the Bills.
Oh. Yeah, I think the Bills go win too, man. I tell you this, that's really the only thing that's standing in Pat way is the Bills. So if Cincinnati knock the Bills out, this gonna be a cakewalk Super Bowl for Pat.
Now if they play Dallas,
They gonna whoop Dallas, bro. They gonna beat Dallas. I don't think Dallas get past San Fran though. But that's next though. Let's talk that anyway. That's the last one. Dallas, San Fran. Who you got?
Well, Dallas playing like they did last week. I'm picking Dallas at a 28-24 win. But if it's anything will happen, Dallas. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, Dallas. The 49ers probably going to win like 17-14.
I'm picking the Niners, and because the real Dak Prescott go show up.
Mm-hmm.
We about to see the real Dak. That wasn't the real Dak. They beat up on a team they was clearly better than.
Well, this is Dak's first playoff win, though. So
Yeah.
This might be the beginning. This might be the beginning of something special. You never know because this team ain't on paper supposed to be together for a while.
And I still think the real Dak about to show up for real. We about to see the real Dak, and this the defense that'll bring that out you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, if he dinking Dak this game, it's gonna be a lot of interceptions because the 49ers front seven is pretty fucking legit.
and just like Purdy got to deal with Micah, Dak got to deal with Nick, who is a little bit better than Micah.
Disrespectful.
I'm sorry. Is Nick not the defensive player of the year?
Yeah, Nick is good, but I think Micah is a generational player.
I mean, he one of the up and comers for sure. I won't take that from you, but like I say, you can't argue that.
You got defensive player. You got to deal with that.
Yeah, you can't.
But Dallas got the. You remember Trent on the other side now,
right?
So
Trent
right there with him.
Trent Williams, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you got Dallas advancing though?
I do.
I got San Fran. We only we disagree on all. We don't agree on none of them. The KC one. You got the G-men. I got Philly. You got the Bengals.
No, I got the Bills.
I mean, you got the Bills. I like the Bills too. I want Cincinnati to win though, but I like the Bills, and I like San Fran. You like Dallas.
Yeah, Burrow versus Mahomes repeat will be exciting to see. To see that rematch, but it's so many more storylines that could come out of it.
Looking like motherfucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But I forgot what I was about to say.
I think you was talking about the Burrow Mahomes repeat.
Oh yeah, it's more storylines to come out of Trevor Lawrence winning and Daniel Jones. No, that's for division. Trevor Lawrence winning and Josh Allen winning for next year. Is more money to be made off of that because when you think about it, they're gonna milk that Bills Bengals. So now not only do the Bills play the Bengals play the Bills, the Ravens gonna play the Bills. So now you get 3 young quarterbacks got to play up against each other. So that's good for the league. And then Trevor Lawrence coming out party. It ain't shit in the AFC South, so they need to make some money from somebody out of that motherfucker.
Watch your tone. Watch your tone.
So either y'all gonna give away a lot of wins and keep people in the playoffs, or Trevor gonna Peyton Manning y'all.
Hell no, they not about to go on that kind of run. Hell no, he not Peyton.
He on pace. I remember first and second year. That's all I'm saying. It's looking a little similar. It's looking similar, and they both wore orange in college, orange and white. So hey, it's looking a little similar.
You love it. Hey, we got to get up out of here because you got disrespectful. Yeah.
That's not disrespectful. That's because
he ain't no gunslinger.
Trevor better than that.
He ain't no gun. He ain't gonna put it on the money.
If I came in the league with Marvin Harrison and Marshall Faulk and then ended up with Adrian James, I'd be good too. And Dallas Clark. Let Trevor get a team like like that.
Is that pay? It ain't your fault where you get drafted to. But we about to get up out of here, man.
I'm about to say the crazy thing is Harbaugh had that same team.
We about to get up out of here, man. Harbaugh, he coming back to the NFL though.
He's so flaky and wishy-washy. I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
That's crazy how just the playoffs took up 2 hours.
Right, it's crazy. Just playoffs. All right, man. We about to get up out of here though. Another great episode. We'll be back next week. We're gonna break down the divisional round, game by game, and we're gonna talk about the championship, upcoming conference championship round. Talk about all the winners and losses, who showed up, who didn't show. Everything, man. We'll be back next week, same time. Again, you can find me on IG at Terminate Jr. You can find him on IG at Told Rebel.
Told Rebel.
About to get on up out of here.
Hey, Raider Nation, Dub Nation. We ain't talk much, but y'all know what it is.
Laker Nation, shout out to fireasskicks.com. Didn't shout them out because we didn't do no Laker segment this episode though. So want to give a shout out to fireasskicks.com. Go check them out.
LeBron just worked out the other day too, and you ain't even speak on it.
I know. I mean,
went crazy on this Kareem chase.
Dang, it sounds like you slanderish. We getting up out of here because we don't slander LeBron on this show.
I hear you.
No LeBron slander. We up out of here, man. Till next week, man. We'll be right back. Next week, talking the same shit, smoking the same weed, man. This is the TAC Podcast, a.k.a. the Highlight Center. You can find us Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Until next week, man. Out of here.
Appreciate you.